Truth, man. I did a video on her and 5150 Corey Holcomb show and how she came for them indirectly. And a lot of people got mad, man. A lot of people was upset, crazy as it sounds, especially the brothers, right? And I know we living in a time in a society where too many people is getting in their feelings, get butthurt about a lot of shit in relation to the truth, okay? All right? Hold up a second, y'all. All right? Not bad for that, y'all. And a lot of people, let me know if y'all can hear me in the chat. A lot of people had their 2 cents to add to it because it was Tacarra Williams. And I get it. I get it. But all at the same time, we can't any longer, especially you so-called black man and you so-called black women, we can't afford any longer to keep lying to ourselves, to keep deceiving ourselves and getting mad at that which is the truth. I know it hurt. I know it make you feel a certain type of way, right? But if you're not willing to hear the truth, you're not going to change. You're not going to do anything different to shift the paradigm of your life, right? And don't misunderstand me. I'm not taking nothing away from Tacarra Williams. I'm not saying she's not beautiful, okay? I'm not saying she's not, good looking, especially in the eyes of so many men. But being beautiful, good looks don't eradicate accountability, right? It don't eradicate accountability. A lot of you guys, you come to the rescue of a lot of women as if you know them personally, as if they're going to give you some ass at the end of the day, okay? And so many people, man, I'm going to read some comments. So many people was mad. And then really pay attention to the video, right? Then pay attention to the video. They got in their feelings. They got in their emotions. And this is how you know we're living in a matriarchal society. And I know some will argue, well, how in the world we're living in a matriarchal society when the president is a man, when the governor officials is men, and people that hold the highest office. That don't mean we're not living in a matriarchal society. It's the spirit that's governing this place, right? Where you got men who get in trouble, allegedly, off Me Too movement, right? I got to keep looking down because where I'm at right now. Right? The Me Too movement controlled this society. The Jezebel spirit controlled this society. Giving women a safe place to land controlled this society, even in the judicial system. The matriarchal principle controlled the society. Right? If you go into court against a woman, you better make sure you have a good lawyer or it's over. You're going to lose. Okay? And that's how it is. And one of the comments I pinned to that video that's on this channel, which is Tacarra Williams tried to destroy the 5150 show. I asked the question, if a man was in the same predicament that she was in, that she put herself in, what would y'all say? What's up, brother? Would y'all still give a man the same grace, the same safe place to land because he's a man? Or y'all doing that because it's the great Tacarra Williams, right? And my bad, y'all. I'm about to bring up some comments and read a few of the comments. We're just doing a walk and talk, right? It's hot out here, though. Tell you that much. All right, hold up a second, y'all. All right, the comment I pinned to that video. Again, the video was Tacarra Williams tried to destroy the 5150 show. And I just used that as a backdrop in how Satan will use a woman to take a man down. This has been the case since the beginning of time, y'all. Right? But hold up. Let me go to the first comment I pinned. I said, if a man was in the same shoes as Tacarra, would people still want to give him a safe place to land? Or would they tell him to man up and deal with the consequences alone? For the most part, if a man found themselves in the same predicament that Tacarra Williams, the one y'all was coming to the rescue for because she's beautiful to you, she's nice looking, and Khayree over here on Kuttah Spoken Truth, I'm not knocking her for that. I'm not taking nothing away from her from that. Okay, I get it. But to reiterate, that doesn't mean accountability should be avoided at all, right? So surprisingly, right, a woman said, a woman named Bridget Bostic, not you men, it took a woman to step up and answer this comment. She said, right, they are going to say man up. I always said men have feelings too, and they are valid. See, a lot of you miss that because you got in your feelings, okay? Another person said, right, because on the video that I posted to debunk Tacarra Williams coming for Darlene on the 5150 show, which indirectly coming for Corey Holcomb when she was trying to tell Darlene to stand up for womanhood, right? I didn't say, go back and look at the video. I didn't say that she deserved to get raped. I didn't say, right, that men around her should have did. That ain't what I said. What I pointed out is how in the world are women telling other women to stand up for them in their bad decision making? That's what the video was about. See, a lot of you who don't think on a three-dimensional level, that went right over your head. Okay? It went right over your head. So somebody sent the comment, she was with co-workers in a place she was staying and wasn't able to trust someone to keep her safe. How in the world, in the comedic world, or should I say comedy world, you're saying that you expect them to protect you and keep you safe? Hmm? How in the world you leaving outside your doors, you docking your doors, and going out into the world and think that you're in a perfect society? Think that you are among good people, righteous people, huh? Especially in the nightlife. How in the world you think in the nightlife you're around good people who's going to protect you? And here this is, who going to protect you while you drunk? Huh? Again, to reiterate, as I said on the video, you shouldn't, as a woman, be getting drunk around anybody that's outside, right? Your husband or your father. And then turn around and think they supposed to protect you, right? We are living in a society where men is and women full of demons, Satan is they backing, and you think I'm gonna look at somebody that's not my family. I'm gonna look at somebody that I don't have no real solid relationship with and to protect me. That's stupidity. Okay? especially as a woman, right? And then a lot of women, when they get drunk, they don't be remembering what they be doing. And I'm not saying this give men a right to do whatever they want to do, but at the same time, you are among demons. Women, this is what you got to understand. You are among demons. And if you get drunk, you have to accept whatever comes with it. That's just the reality, right? So a lot of people got mad at the video, right? Listen, somebody in the comments said, I never understood how women would get so drunk, then blame the entire world for their actions. That was a good comment. A good comment. A lot of people who listen to the video, especially you brothers who's weak-minded, you didn't understand that I said the consequences of what happened to her was her fault because she got drunk, right? The onus is on her. Just like the onus is on a man if he get drunk and somebody rape him or, you know, do some peanut butter activity on him. He can't blame, oh, they did this to me. No, you did it to yourself because you chose to get drunk. When you look at the scriptures, when it's talking about rape, they say force. I hope this sink in your spirit. When the scriptures is talking about rape, it's talking about a man forcing himself. Now listen to this. If you're sober-minded, it's going to take a man to have to force himself on you because you're sober-minded. You're going to fight against it. Okay? If you're drunk, you're not sober-minded. There's not going to be anything within your capacity to ward off whoever's trying to do that to you. So when I said, because you have people in the comments, I'm going to go to them, so you blaming her for what happened to her? In essence, yes. Because she wasn't in her right mind. She wasn't sober. Okay? And we have to get to the place where we really deal with this truth, when we deal with this reality, man. You can't be out here getting drunk around somebody that's not your husband or your man. That shit is crazy. Right? Let me see what the comments say. Right. You see what Judge Miles said? It behooves women for them to take serious shit. Man, y'all almost seen Kuttah take a spill right there. It behooves women, right, to take their sobriety serious out in public. Right? Let's grab some more comments. Now watch this. This is one of the dumbest comments. He said, bro, women should be able to get drunk around men. We're not in a perfect world, man. We're not in a perfect situation. Getting drunk means you in a different spirit. You underneath the influence of something that's not right. So you're telling women, by virtue of this man's comment, you're telling women, go get drunk. It's okay. You see how backwards a lot of these guys is? You see why I say simping is the biggest downfall of our community? Right? What that comment should have said, women, you have no right out in public getting drunk around. Not you should be able to get drunk. This is why our people is in bad shape. Let me see what the reply. Somebody replied back, a woman, she said, men should be able to. Right? See, it's a shame that women in the comments is speaking more righteous than the fellas who supposed to be the leaders of the community, who supposed to be the leaders of our society. Right? I'm doing. And that, in response to him, I sent Ecclesiastes 2 verse 8. A drunken woman and a gathered abroad causes great anger. Right? Listen, if my woman get drunk, right? This is real holiness right here. This is real taking on responsibility right here. If my woman get drunk and something happened to her, yes, you're going to do something. Yes, but at the same time, I'm going to tell my woman, I'm going to tell my wife, why in the fuck did you get drunk in public? Especially with me not being around. But for a man to be telling women they should be able to get drunk around men, lose their capacity to think logically and reason through situation, what the fuck is we talking about? Right? Here go another lady speaking righteously. This lady said, if alcohol gets you loose as a goose, why drink? This is part of their excuse. I believe that wholeheartedly. They go for both men and women, right? But I'm here trying to free the minds of Tacarra Williams fans, man. They are very delusional. Somebody said she should just quit while she's behind. See, this person look like another lady. This person knew what she was trying to do with the video. She knew that she was trying to indirectly come for Corey for whatever the reason may be, for fame, for more push in the algorithm, right? What's up, brother? But he goes on to say, just move on because Corey would go beast mode on you. This person says, Troy, some entertainers should just entertain. I agree with that, man. Instead of trying to be an advocate for political, social, and cultural situations, man, just do comedy, man. Right? You're not built for podcasts. Right? Somebody said, right. You see the chat, okay? Cause you to get loose. How you doing? CP, all right? I wanted this, no, maybe not, because he probably have his face with it. I wanted this CP from LA, but maybe not. Who knows? Maybe, because he goes on to say, I fuck with your stand-up, Tacarra, but if you feel you need to have someone make sure you get home safe because of how much you may or may not drink, you don't need to be drinking. Hey, CP, good comment, right? The video was never an attack against Tacarra Williams. Never. It was to give you some spiritual insight and understanding to what goes on, right? And as CP point out, he said, I fuck with your stand-up, Tacarra. Many people would say she funny. I never been to one of her shows, so I don't know, right? But he goes on to say, if you feel the need for someone to protect you and to make sure you get home, you don't need to be drinking to another person. That person have been an added layer of protection, not the only protection. Hey, kudos to UCP. You might know something, right? He said, ain't nobody, right? So kudos CP. He said, man, he said, I fuck with your stand-up, right? I think he's pretty funny. He said, but shit, when it comes to your logic, when it comes to your reasoning, when it comes to you having insight and understanding about society and how it operates, hey, you need to stay your ass home if you're gonna be in drunk. All right, the next guy, Robert, right? He said, sound like she wanted dude to make sure she got back to her hotel safely so she could give him some. Who knows? You know, a lot of women after they get thrashed or dug out, they have what we call post morning regret. Okay? A lot of women, they get that tequila, that brown liquor in them, and they get all touchy, feely, right? And then when something happens, and they have post-morning regret. Somebody replied back, I don't understand. They said, not true. I seen it. No. What you see and know? Somebody said, I don't know why you bring the Bible into this, but it does say treat younger women. No, I said treat younger men as brothers and older women as mothers and younger women as sisters with absolute purity. Hey, that's speaking to people that's in the faith. All right? And 9 times out of 10, she was not with somebody that was in the faith. Okay? See, a lot of people quote Bible, but they don't realize the scripture was written to the elect. It's not written for everybody. So if everybody's not part of the elect adhering to the scriptures, what make you think you can go out among these people and expect them to protect you, expect them to look out for you? This man named Khayree, he said, Tacarra Williams, did you stand up and press charges on that comment? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for everything. Did you stand up and press charges? And this is what a lot of women do, right? They will holler these allegations to get people, and you go to, who was it? Well, I'm not going to say the person's name. I don't want to expose the name. You don't want to expose the name and put somebody else in the line of fire for that to happen to them, right? On that podcast with my man that play on Canaan, I can't think of somebody put in the chat, man. I can't think of his name right now. But with that man that play on Canaan, on his podcast, she sat down and talked about the person rape. I'm not going to say the person's name, but I want you to know, I'm putting it out here, so hopefully you'll come back and apologize. Who is it? So that's why I don't be believing a lot of shit that come out of people's mouths, man. Fellas, if something happened to you, ladies, if something happened to you, and you talk about you don't want to say the person's name, you are putting other people in the line of fire, man, for that to happen again, right? So I agree with that comment. He said, did you stand up and press charges on that comment? Listen to the J. Miking experience. So I'm assuming these are a lot of comedians that was in the comments. He said, so you supposedly got great, but decided to tell the podcast instead of the police. Hey, he's right, man. You're saying somebody did this, but you refuse to go to the authority of the land, but you telling podcast, right? Here comes a simp, Ronald Davis Jr., a simp. I'm disappointed by some of these comments. Fellas, if a woman you never been intimate with says, make sure I get home safe, that is not an invitation to sleep with her. And we know that, dummy, right? But that's not an invitation to get drunk around somebody. Again, that's not your husband, not your father. You're assuming, no, let's take responsibility for her own safety, right? Our job as men is to protect and provide. Our job as men is to protect and provide for our own wives. Okay? Don't be no idiot. Don't be stupid and go out there talk about, I'm about to protect this woman. Man, you'll mess around and come up short. Next thing you know, you out there trying to protect a woman that's not your woman, and now you gone. And then you try to protect this woman that's not your woman, that get you in some mess, you unalive, and now you done left your woman have to deal with the stupidity that you made, man. We're living in different times, man. Yeah, lady out in the street and whatnot, okay? But these people, man, they're not law-abiding citizens, man. You call yourself want to go, I'm about to go protect her. Man, you'll mess around and come up short. Okay? The scripture says, since he brought up the scripture said, if any man in 1 Timothy chapter 5, around the 8th verse, if any man provide not for his own, right? She wasn't with her own. What you talking about? It's our responsibility to protect all women. These women disrespectful. These women don't care about themselves. They want you to care more about them, right, than their own self. And a lot of you guys, you fall victim to that, right? Somebody said, so he raped her and y'all mad at her. Yeah, he clearly didn't listen to the video. Somebody responded to that person, said, he didn't take advantage of you. You was just being who you are. Good comment. Good comment, right? Like a lot of these women, they every chance they get, they twerking, they dressing all type of slutty, all type of sleazy, dressing like hoes. And when they out there in society behaving in such a way, they get mad when somebody step to them the wrong way. I'm not a hoe. But bitch, you acting like one. You're dressing like one. Get mad at somebody slap on the ass. Where you was inviting it, right? You inviting it. I can't keep reiterating, man. We are not living in a pure society, a righteous society. Okay? Not. So you have to be your own line of defense and realize if I do this, there's possible consequences behind it. Okay? And for you to be delusional to think that all men in society is going to look out for you and be there for you, and you out there twerking, right? Women coming together, slapping each other on the ass, shaking their ass, and you don't think no demon ain't gonna get into a man and come up there and want to smack your. What you smack my ass, bitch? Y'all crazy, man. Hey, it's home, okay? Let's somebody say a grown woman blaming someone else for her bad decisions. Accountability is some people really hate, and he's true, right? If you're not willing to accept accountability, right, you'll never change. People don't want to accept accountability because it take work. It take work. It requires you to readjust your psychosis, right? It take work for you not to go to no therapist, but you to mentally diagnose yourself and realize, hey, I'm fucked up. I got to do something different. I got to make better decisions, right? And at the end of the day, it's ouch. It's ouch. But a lot of you're not going to agree with this message. You're not going to go along with this message because you can't see past the smoke and mirrors, man. And unfortunately, Tacarra Williams, she got a lot of smoke and mirrors for y'all. People like that like to throw rocks and hide their hand. Then, again, when I make a bad decision, how dare you, Darlene, not stand up for women? How dare you not speak up for women? She's not there to be an advocate for women. She's there to be a host and talk on whatever subjects and topics that's brought up, right? Somebody said another one, the less talented for you. Yeah, that's right, man. Right? What's up, brother? It's beautiful out here, man. Somebody said, how you know if she, by virtue of her own volition of telling these stories, we have to assume it's the truth because it's coming out of her mouth, not my mouth. Somebody said Gorilla Bill is a hack who don't have the power to destroy 5150 show. Corey built the platform over the past 60 years with hard work, audacity, and a loyal fan base. I agree. I agree with that. It's a lot of comments, man. Make sure y'all go check it out. Go check out the video. Again, it's the video. She tried to destroy the 5150 show. Man, I mean, it's so many simps in the comments, man. So many. Man, hold up, man. The key reconnect. Hold up a second, man. We got to get to a better spot. We're still gonna bring up some comments. We had one brother on here. My bad, y'all. I know it's windy, man. Hold up. One brother, let me know y'all still can hear me, man. One brother, Fitness said he spoke the best comment on here on this video thus far. He said, all right, I got more bars. I'm about to take a seat right quick. Let me read what he said real quick. Hey, make sure y'all hit the like and subscribe, man. Send the video out, man. Send it out to everybody, man. We got to get this Kuttah Spoken Truth out here, man. The page is growing, man. The algorithm is pushing the page, impressions and whatnot. So send it out, okay? All right, let's set that down. All right. Let's, I got to leave right there for a second. I got to bring it back up. Hold up a second, y'all. Sometimes Kuttah Spoken Truth is a one-man show, man. Hey, we're going to build a coalition, man, down in the Detroit metro area, man. We call upon all real men, man. That's about something, man. Trying to leave a legacy, who trying to leave an impact upon this world, right? We want our brothers to start linking, man. We trying to build a coalition. All brothers in Detroit metro, right? Put your information down in the chat. Put your information down in the email. And we're going to build a coalition, man, all right? And then we can make this thing so big to the point where we'll have our own show in Detroit Metro, in the D. Not all that bullshit reality crap. But hold on, let me find this comment again. Hold up, y'all. Here it goes. It says, the people that don't understand that the story isn't about Corey is an example of how poor her judgment is. You see that? Kudos to you, Fitness, man. You understand the assignment. Y'all aren't that smart, are you? She goes on, she got drunk, got slept on, and tried to accuse a man of rape. Then this is the same woman that came after Corey Holcomb to take him down. The character of women that come for him are all low character women. None of them are virtuous. Think about that. He got it, right? And this is the society we're living in. Somebody from Detroit, a brother from Detroit, Detroit T379, right? We down here. If you check out the video, man, drop your information in the comments, your email, not your phone number, because we got a bunch of widows on the internet. But drop your email, comment, so we can link up, man. But this guy said from Detroit T, this brawl ain't funny. Again, I never heard. Then somebody else replied to him, Kenny Ray, Detroit T 379. She's not funny. I don't, like I said, I don't know. I never heard her stand up. I never been to a show, right? So I can't speak on that one way or the other. Somebody said women are narcissists, bro. A lot of them are. A lot of them are. Just no getting around it. But man, yeah, let me know what you think, man. Again, simps are the biggest problems in our community. Okay? But yeah, I gotta hop on my other channel, man. We gotta go. Make sure you subscribe to Prophet to the Nation. Also, send this video out. Make sure you subscribe to this video. Again, fellas, even you ladies, okay? Drop your email. If you're in the Detroit metro area, we're gonna build a coalition, man. We're gonna build something monumental, man. Right? And I want to build it so big to the point that we have our own show, being power movers, man. But again, to the next video, man. Peace.